لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على آل إبراهيم وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. وقال أبو حنيفة جائز تنكيس الوضوء والأذان والطواف والسعي والإقامة. Abu Hanifa said that you can change the order of the stuff of wudu, the limits of wudu, and adhan in the words of adhan, and tawaf, and in circumambulation, and as-sa'i. As-sa'i يعني to start from Marwa, يعني we usually when the Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam started from As-Safa mountain to Al-Marwa, and Al-Iqama, to change the order of the words of Iqama. Iqama to Salah here means Iqama to Salah, establishing the Salah. وقال مالك يجوز تنكيس الوضوء ولا يجوز تنكيس الطواف. Malik said it is permitted to change the order of wudu, but it is not permitted to change the order of salah, of tawaf. يعني tawaf, we started from the Hajar al-Aswad. يعني we make the Hajar al-Aswad, the black stone, in our left direction, and we start to circumambulate. It means here you can start from the opposite direction, and it is not permitted according to Malik. So ولا السعي يعني nor السعي means walking between the two mountains of Safa and Marwa. So you cannot start with Marwa and go to Safa because this is the wrong direction. Because the right direction to start from As-Safa and go to and walk to Al-Marwa. ولا الأذان, never the adhan calling for Salah, ولا الإقامة, nor establishing of the Salah. وقال أبو محمد ابن حزم said لا يجوز تنكيس شيء من ذلك كله. It is not permitted to change the order of anything of that. ولا يجوز شيء منه منكسا, and it is not permitted to do any of these things out of its order. فأما قول مالك فظاهر التناقض. Regarding the saying of Malik, so it is the contradiction is apparent in it. لأنه فرق بين ما لا فرق بينه, because he differentiates between the things which there is no difference between it. وأما أبو حنيفة فإنه أطرد قوله أو طرد قولا وإنه أطرد قولا. Regarding Abu Hanifa, his saying has a symmetry in his saying, so there is no contradiction in the saying of Abu Hanifa. But وأكثر خطأ, but in the same time it is more wrong. والقوم أصحاب قياس بزعمهم, and these people are the people of analogy as they claim. فهل قاس ذلك على ما اتفق عليه من المنع من تنكيس الصلاة? So can they make analogy between this issue and the other issue which is agreed upon from من المنع from تحريم prohibited from prohibiting from this or change the order of Salah. So can they make analogy between this issue and the other issue which is agreed upon from prohibiting from uh, changing the order of Salah على أنه قد صح الإجماع في بعض الأوقات على تنكيس الصلاة وهي حال من وجد الإمام جالسا أو ساجدا. But in this case of Salah, there is a correct consensus in some times to change the order of the يعني the arkan, the pillars of Salah. وهي حال, and in this case من وجد الإمام جالسا أو ساجدا, the one who find the Imam, the leader of Salah. When we find the Imam jalis, so we start our Salah with julus with him, because we follow the Imam, the leader of Salah, we follow him in his case. So now we started the Salah sitting, أو ساجدا, or prostrating. So, and we can start the Salah prostrating if the Imam is prostrating. So now we started with prostrating, not standing. فإنه يبدأ بذلك وهو آخر الصلاة. So we start with that, with sitting or prostration, even it is the end of Salah. وهذا مما تناقضوا فيه في قياسهم. And this issue, they contradict themselves in this issue in their analogy. وقد روينا عن علي بن أبي طالب وابن عباس جواز تنكيس الوضوء. And we narrated from Ali ibn Abi Talib and Ibn Abbas that it is allowed to change the order of in doing wudu. ولكن لا حجة في أحد مع القرآن إلا في الذي أمر ببيانه وهو رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. But there is no evidence for anyone except the one who was commanded to explain it, and this one is Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم. وهذا مما تناقض فيه الشافعيون فتركوا فيه قول صاحبين لا يعرف لهما من الصحابة الثالث. And Shafi'i people contradict themselves in this issue, and they leave the saying of or the opinion of two companions. No, we do not know any other companion differ them in this issue. وبالله تعالى التوفيق. And why Allah is our guide. والعجب كله أن المالكيين أجازوا تنكيس الوضوء الذي لم يأتي نص من الله تعالى ولا من رسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم فيه. And this is a big wonder that al-Malikiyin, that the Maliki people permitted to change the order of wudu. Even there is no text from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala nor Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said that. ثم أتوا إلى ما أجاز الله تعالى تنكيسه فمنعوا من ذلك. Then they came to the issue which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala permitted us to change the order of it, and they prohibited us from doing this. وهو الرمي والحلق. And this issue is in al-Hajj, means stoning and the shaving our heads. والنحر and والذبح والطواف. And النحر, there is two kinds of slaughtering the animals. One kind we call it النحر and the other kind is الذبح. الذبح is common, means to slaughter the animal, means moving the edge of the knife on its neck. So this is, we call it الذبح. And that we use it in small animals like sheep and chickens and these things. And then nahr, this is another kind of slaughtering, but the nahr is to stab the knife or the dagger in the lowest point of the neck of the animal and move it. So this is like stabbing the neck of the animal, not moving the knife on the neck of the animal. So, and we use nahr for big animals like cows and camels. So here he said al-Malikiyya prohibited from this many. Can we stop here? So there is a difference between al-halq and al-nahr and al-dhabh. Al-nahr, stabbing the knife in the lowest point of the neck of the animal, and al-dhabh is like normal slaughtering. So al-nahr we use it for camels, dhabh we use it for small animals. So in Hajj, in the 10th day of the Hijjah, there are three main rites of Hajj in this day, which is Rami, stoning this pillar, and al-halq, shaving the heads, and al-nahr, to slaughter the animals, gift animals, which is given to the poor people around the Kaaba or inside Mecca. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there is a hadith about you can Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said you can do these three things in any order you wish. Okay, you can start with nahr, you can start with rami, throwing the stone, you can start with shaving your head, you can start with nahr, with slaughtering the animal, or what tawaf. And the tawaf, this is the fourth main rite in this day, means to circumambulate around the Kaaba 7 times. So فإن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أجاز تقديم بعض ذلك على بعض. Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم allowed us to make any of these things in advance of the other thing. كما سنذكر إن شاء الله في كتاب الحج, as we will mention إن شاء الله, if Allah will, in the book or in the chapter of Hajj. So فقالوا المالكية said لا يجوز تقديم الطواف على الرمي. It is not permitted to do tawaf in advance of to do tawaf before rami, before throwing the stones. ولا تقديم الحلق على الرمي, and it is not permitted to make the halq, shaving your head first, before الرمي, before throwing the stone. وهذا كما ترى, and this is as you see. يعني as you see that they differ the saying of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam when he said about this issue. When he was asked about this issue, he said, "If'al wa la haraj." He said, "You can do this, and there is no harm in you if you change the order of these things." طيب. وحدثنا, and he mentioned this hadith, عن أبي هريرة قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا توضأتم ولبستم فابدأوا بميامنكم. If you do wudu and if you wear your clothes, start with your right side. So he mentioned this hadith to say that we have to start with right side when we do wudu. Because Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, إِذَا تَوَضَّأْتُمْ وَلَبِسْتُمْ, and if we wear anything, we have to wear the right side first, then the left side. So start with your right side. وأما وجوب تقديم الاستنشاق والاستنثار ولا بد فلحديث رفاعة ابن رافع أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم the permission, the obligatory of doing istinshaq, inhaling the water and exhaling the water in the beginning. The evidence of this is Hadith Rifa'a, the narration of Rifa'a, that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, لا تتم صلاة أحدكم حتى يسبغ الوضوء. The salah of any one of you cannot be completed until he completes his wudu, كما أمره الله عز وجل, as Allah has commanded him. ويغسل وجهه ويديه إلى المرفقين, and he has to wash his face and his two hands to the مرفقين, his elbows. ويمسح برأسه ورجليه إلى الكعبين, and wipe his head and his two legs to the كعبين, to the ankles. فصح أنها هنا إسباغا عطف عليه غسل الوجه. So there is clear here that there is completing of wudu, and this completing of wudu is added to him washing the head. And there is nothing here except al-istinshaq wal-istinsar. Nothing here except inhaling the water and exhaling the water. يعني here Ibn Hazm said, لا تتم الله, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, لا تتم صلاة أحدكم, your salah will not be completed until you complete your wudu, as Allah has commanded you, and wash your head and your two arms. So Ibn Hazm here said, what does Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mean by yusbigh al-wudu, by complete his wudu? Because he said this first, and he said, and wash his head and two arms. So, and here, عطف, wow, here, this wow is harf عطف. So, what did Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam means by yusbigh al-wudu here, to complete or to he means that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam meant by this to complete his wudu in inhaling the water and exhaling the water, because nothing left after what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has mentioned in these things except istinshaq and istinfar. So he said that we have to do istinshaq and istinfar first, okay, before we washing our head and our arms in wudu. So he took from this, and why he took that from this hadith? Because, as we mentioned before, there is a hadith which Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, "Ibda'u bima bada Allahu bih." Ibda'u bima bada Allahu bih. Started with the thing which Allah started his saying with. So here Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, يسبغ الوضوء and wash his head and wash his hand. So he said, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, يسبغ الوضوء, يعني he means to do istinshaq and istinfar first. So we have to do these things like as the same order which Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has mentioned. Right. Okay. This issue is finished here. Give me